So my name is Heidi Sevestre. I'm a French glaciologist. I work for AMAP, the Arctic Monitoring and Assessment Program, which is connected to the Arctic Council. So what we do is we're between academia and the governments of the Arctic, and we try to coordinate all climate research taking place in the Arctic and making sure that the science is understood by the governments and hopefully put some science in the policies. But at heart, I'm a field glaciologist. I still spend lots of every year in the field, whether it's in the polar regions or in high altitude environments. So for me, coming to the Explore is an amazing experience because I get to connect all these dots: academia, the fieldwork, the expedition side, and how to make sure that we can have an impact. I mean, the polar regions are the fastest warming environments on Earth at the moment, and especially the Arctic. The Arctic is a place that is disappearing as we know it. The Arctic is losing its sea ice, it's losing its land ice. The local and indigenous populations are being terribly impacted by the changes that are currently happening. But from a scientific point of view, we'll still need so much data about what is taking place in those regions. I mean, there are so few data points over the Arctic. And why does it matter so much? Because everything that is taking place in the Arctic is not only impacting the local and indigenous communities of the Arctic, but goes far beyond it. So what is happening in the Arctic is impacting the whole of the northern hemisphere, for example. So whether we know it or not, we're all connected to the fast changes taking place in the Arctic. I mean, I was incredibly lucky to be invited to participate in the introductory panel discussion on Friday night. And I got a message from Shane almost 6 months ago. And when I received the message from the RGS, believe me, I was pinching myself. I had an invitation to participate and I thought, absolutely, I will drop whatever I was supposed to do that weekend just to make sure I would be able to attend the Explore weekend. And it's been so much more than I expected. You know, I wanted to connect with specific people at the weekend here. I've managed to do this, but I've also managed to, I hope, to inspire future adventurers or expeditioners to make sure that whatever project they're planning to do would have the right impact. You know, it's very easy to calculate the carbon footprint of a project. It's much harder to be able to define what will be the positive impact of a project to the local people, to the indigenous people where I'm going. And so for me, it's very important that we make sure that wherever we go, that we bring something back to society. And especially when it comes to the polar regions and to the Arctic. These regions are suffering tremendously from climate change, and going there is definitely having a significant negative impact on those places, right? But we need to make sure that if we really want to go there, that we do our utmost to have the best positive impact on society. I mean, for me, it's honestly a chocolate is the thing I cannot live without. And I know usually my team hates me because of the amount of chocolate I have to carry with me. But this is my fuel. This is what I need to survive an expedition. I just need chocolate and then I'm good. I mean, I would absolutely encourage people to connect with me. I mean, it's very easy to find me on social media. I'm always available to answer questions about the science, to answer questions about what's happening to the polar regions or to the glaciers in high altitude environments. And also I would encourage, you know, everyone to look at the work that my working group does, which is AMAP, amap.no, and we publish reports about what is currently taking place in the Arctic on climate change, on human health, on contaminants, pollutants. We make sure that these reports are very easy to read, totally understandable, and yeah, go and have a read.